Welcome back to part 2 of
Between Two Matts. So for this episode, or this part of the episode, we're going to do something a little different.
Yeah, we're going to shake things up a little bit. I think we're going to do a book review.
Yeah, a book review. It's going to be a nerdy kind of book, but we're going to start doing book reviews as well.
Yep.
So today we're going to be reviewing part 1 of the Inheritance Cycle, which is Eragon. So for starting off, Wyman, what's a pro or pros of this book?
So we got to go back to the first time I ever read or even heard about this book.
Middle school.
Which is middle school, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that's a totally different Wyman that is reading this as opposed to myself who's read it. Now, I don't even know how many times. I've read it a lot.
Let's do it at our age at this point.
At this point, a pro to this is dragons and magic.
Oh, yeah. I always love reading about dragons and magic.
Yep.
Because it puts you into a world where it's like, I wish these things are real.
Yeah.
And they're the coolest thing ever. Like, the concept behind his dragons was really cool, really original.
It's fucking awesome. And
like
Saphira herself,
one of the best characters ever.
Wow.
Written.
It's just she's so awesome.
Her.
She's so unrelenting and so fierce.
She's got so much personality to her.
I could argue that she's possibly one of the best female characters in fiction.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she's a dragon, but I mean still.
But she has a personality.
She has a crazy personality.
Mm-hmm. And we're never going to talk about the movie. Ever.
We might do a review telling you how bad it is.
Although the casting was all right.
Yeah, the casting.
They cast it pretty well, but the movie itself was terrible. Back to the book.
Yeah,
okay.
we're getting off topic.
One of my pros for this was, I guess, having to say, I was about 13 or 14 when I read it,
mm-hmm.
and Eragon in the book is 14.
Right.
And I was like, wow, this is like the best time to read this.
He was 16.
He by the end of the series he's 16, I think.
Oh, I thought by the end of the series he was like 22.
Because by the end of the first book he's 15.
We'll talk about that later.
But I found it immersed me because I was like, he's relatable because he's my age. Mm-hmm. Like he has the exact same thought process I would have. I would want to rush in emotionally to stuff that would piss me off. Like, I would go through that thing of, Brahm, why the fuck are you trying to go all out hitting me with a stick? Dude, come on. Yeah. Because I'd be a pussy. But, yeah, that was one of my pros. You want to list another pro before we go to cons?
The idea of a hidden enemy.
Where they don't reveal
Galbatorix till much, much, much later.
Till they don't even reveal what he looks like until the last book.
Which, personally, I think is beautifully perfect.
Yeah, because that's a good reveal for his character. It builds him up. Like, it's like, we have no idea what this guy is like.
Yeah, and we can't even imagine. We just know that he's really evil.
Yeah, which was, that you bring up a very good point. It's like, they built him up. Like, they hyped him up so much for that last book. It's like, here he finally is. Holy shit.
Because, in the first book, you just get kind of, whiffs.
Yeah.
You get, whiffs of what he kind of is like. Especially when the Kroll attack Farthendor. Mm-hmm. Which you're just like, whoa, what?
He knows where this is?
He knows not only where this is, but he mind enslaved an entire tribe of
creatures
of troll creatures that are now attacking the shit out of us. Wow.
But then we get more into his backstory as the books go on.
Right.
How insane he is and how dangerous he is.
Right.
Another pro for me would have to be it had a very good we I really like the climax
at the end.
Yeah, because it was simplified. It was we have to defend this place and beat them back, and all the enemies were in the same place. We didn't have 4 different battles going on like a certain movie did, but it was streamlined.
Right.
and I liked that.
I liked the ending battle too. I liked how the only way that the main enemy was only after Eragon. That's it. Like, everyone else was a distraction.
Yeah, and then he was just like, all right, here we go.
Yep.
All right, so let's what's
some cons?
Some cons for you.
My biggest con is the stupid Weircat.
Oh my God, he
fortune telling. I like Angela the Herbalist. I think she's pretty cool.
She's a cool character, but the Weircat.
I like the Weircat,
what?
but like the whole stupid fucking like prophecy thing. They built that up, and they were honestly reaching towards the end to fix it, to tie that in.
And I was like, no.
Yeah.
The whole point of a prophecy is to defy it.
Yeah.
Is to defy the prophecy, which is what I was hoping that he would do, and we won't get to book 4 for a little while.
Yeah, but you are kind of left with like, why is this here?
It's looming over your head the entire series. A con for me, and this is a con for like everyone who's read this series, is that the first book and even the second book are way too similar to Star Wars. And I know that
you can't. I mean,
and it's hard
I'm
to
totally gonna agree with that.
It's hard to justify that, but
like lots of things
do.
Really
but
close to
Eragon
Star Wars.
really followed the formula of Episode 4: A New Hope. Like he's a farm boy. His uncle dies tragically, which makes him go on a quest for vengeance as it starts out.
Which is stupid.
Yeah. He gets a mentor figure. He gets his own Obi-Wan Kenobi.
With dragons,
though.
Which
But
makes
Braum
it cool.
is essentially Obi-Wan Kenobi because he knew his father. They fought together in the Clone Wars. And the final battle, it wasn't against the primary evil. It was against evil in general. Like, he didn't face his true
that's one of the main enemies.
Yeah, but it wasn't...
Of the Rider. Durzer is fucking evil.
He is evil. But Luke didn't fight Darth Vader in the first film. Eragon...
He doesn't fight Darth Vader in the second... Well, I mean, he does in the second one. But then it starts after...
Then it changes.
After Eldest, it definitely changes.
But, that's my main con, is that it was way too similar to Star Wars. And it kind of took me out of it for a little bit, but then I got over it. Yeah. But overall, first book in the Inheritance Cycle,
I'd probably give it an 8, maybe a 7.5.
Yeah, I'd say 7.7, maybe 7.8 for me.
I liked it because of the dragons.
Yeah,
and magic.
Whenever there's dragons, it's always awesome.
And then later on, once they get into how magic works, like really works, I really started to like it.
Yeah, that's really.
But that's not until our later reviews.
Yeah, later reviews. So that wraps it up for episode 8.
Part 2.
And
stay tuned for part 3.
Yes, and I'm Matt Romeo.
And I'm Matt Wyman.